Hello, normal player guy. Right, we have some fantastic news. Here we go. Look at these right here. It is the Easy A for Teq, VB, and STR Rose, right? Couldn't be a better time. Right, so we're going to have a quick look into it. This is also the news that's coming up as well. There's also a chain battle coming up here and a new stage of Super Battle Road. We'll have a look into it in another time, but yeah, so there's stuff to do here, there's stuff to do here, but most importantly, we are getting out this Easy A. Now, this is an Easy A for two, so you will only get 30 stones. So don't expect 60 out of this. But both of these are really good. We'll have a look at. I think we'll look at Black first. So Black, he now goes up to extreme type allies, 4 key, so that's pretty good itself, and 140% to stats when team includes all 5 extreme types. You see, I was hoping they would remove this, but I guess they still kept it in. 140% is pretty good, and 4 keys really good. So if you're running that you can make, I suppose you could make on a Realm of Gods, on a Power Beyond, Corroded Body and Mind. You could actually make a team based around that. But yeah, otherwise that's not too bad. If you were trying to do grind links, you could run this guy as a lead and just have extreme class filtered in, right? You can have one of each type. That could be quite good. Outside of that, because it's one of each type, it's really difficult to actually try and fit him in. If he was like Freezer, is it Freezer? I think it's Freezer, or is it Zamasu, where they're just extreme type, or even Tech Janemba? That'd be better. So let's see. He has 150% at the start of turn. That's attack and defense. Let's see what he had before. Right, yeah. So prior to this, he had a lot of attack, and he lowered enemies' attack by 20% and gave a massive 3 key 50% defense buff. Like, we'll talk into who needs this bit more often. Now we get quite a bit more. So 150 attack and defense at the start of turn. So extreme class allies, 3 key 50% defense, largely the same, plus an additional 50% attack for Realm of Gods category extreme class allies. So Zamasu is basically what they're talking about, right? Superclass enemies minus 30%. That's really good, right? Just having that just as passive when he's on rotation, that will happen. Additional 50% to stats and super effective against all types for the rest of the battle after delivering a final blow, eh? That's not bad. Okay. That's actually really good because that actually puts him up to 200%. So he greatly raises defense. That's a 50% raise. And extreme class allies attack by 30%. That can be quite good, actually. So let's see what his stats are looking at. He's looking at 12 and just over 12,000. Yeah, that's not bad. He's probably going to need this. If you find a way of getting this, actually, yeah, this guy's going to look great, right? Imagine 50% extra on top of all this, right? That'd be pretty good. In fact, if active anything, this would actually work out more because it's going to be 50% of stats off this. So you're not going to get 200%. You're actually going to get 225%, right? Yeah, you are. You're going to get 75% of stats after that. The fact that he's still given 3 key 50% defense is pretty good. It's basically attack and defense 50% if you're running Realm of Gods. We check out who he's most capable of running. These would be on Realm of Gods, these Zamasu, right? Realm of Gods. I'm not entirely sure. No, these aren't on it. But yeah, so basically it's built around the extreme class. But yeah, so when it comes to 3 key 50% defense, most importantly, this 3 key will help out when it comes to this guy. And even though it's the same name, you can actually use the LR version. Now, you're not going to trigger any links, but you will be able to give 50% defense, 50% attack, and 3 key. And that LR version is absolutely crucial. Obviously, it won't show on here because it's the same name. Same as these. These have an Easy A, by the way, inbound in this current part 2, probably later on further down the line. Not only would they receive the 50% attack and defense and the 3 key, right? That's going to be really good for them, right? They could look even more impressive if this guy gets to go first. So this unit is built around these in mind. As I say, Easy A inbound, probably within a week, right? Them and the STR Trunks and Mai, that's the other LR. So quite a powerful support. The fact that it's Realm of God's Extreme Class allies is a bit disappointing. Had they just been Extreme Class allies flat out, then that would be great. If it was Future Saga, that probably would have been just as good. But see, Realm of Gods, yeah, it might as well have just been Future Saga. Could even have been Patara. But so that would safe to say then, when this guy gets his EZA for time travelers, and we get a proper standalone Dark Infest Zamasu, much like this guy, but actually like more akin to this guy, or perhaps even the LR that comes out also in this part 2 later on in the week. So Int LR Fusion Zamasu, he would also benefit from this 3 key which he needs, and all of this. It's looking pretty good actually, all in. So really well built, great support. This is going to be much better than you think it is, because it's not going to be 50% on top of this. It's going to be 50% off this, which is 75%, right? So 225%. He has a 50% raise to defense. He's a brilliant support, right? Boosting attack. He's going to give everyone 3 key 50% defense. In the world where this is necessary, this guy's going to be great. I still don't realistically expect him to hit too hard. I mean, he does have 19,700 attack, so I mean, he could probably do some good work. But I would expect him more to be on the defensive and support side. But overall, pretty well built. He's pretty decent. Right, I think we can't delay it much longer. We're going to have to look at Teq VB. Vegito Blue, here he is. Right, okay. So he was largely the counterpart with his super type for all 5 types, right? So you can imagine the same sort of deal. We'll just look at his base, right? So what people were looking for around here is, because he stacked and he did the additional attacks, right? People were looking for impressive numbers. Only problem was, great that he stacks, but he has no defense in his passive. So, unless he had support, this guy did not do as well as you think he did. The original Fighting Legend Goku, the UI one, this guy was just, I mean, he might start off great, but because he had no defense in his passive, he kind of fell off. That's the era that this guy became not relevant, right? He can look impressive with a bunch of support, and he's built this all up, right? And his attack also builds up as well. So you get this monstrous buff. So once you had all 10 attacks, yeah, you were, and of course each one had a chance of raising your own attack. This guy was looking pretty solid. So what we got now? So super types 4 key, 140% when all team includes all 5 super types. This is perhaps a bit more vulnerable because, for example, Black is not on he's not on Movie Boss and he's not on Terrifying. He might actually be on Terrifying Conquerors. He's not on Terrifying Conquerors, so it's not as if you could run like a Movie Boss Terrifying Conquerors build, right? But this guy, so you could run him on Final Trump, you could run him on Patara. In fact, let's have a look. Final Run, Patara, Fuse Fighters, Time Limit, Time Travelers. I mean, you can actually make a legitimate case for it, not just outside of grinding links. So let's have a look. So defense, 150%. Okay. So no attack. So 50% defense when attacking. That's actually really good. Launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has a 30% chance of becoming a super attack. Is that any better? No. Attack 20% with each attack performed, up to 200%. So you still need 10 attacks, but you get more out of it. 3 key and 30% chance to crit within the same turn after receiving an attack. Let's have a look. So he stacks, disables enemy's guard. Well, what's he looking at? 10.5, so he's not going to be as defensive, but he's a stacking unit, so that might not work out so much. That attack, 20,000 attack. That's LR stat. All right, this guy's going to be great. If they'd have given him attack as well, I suppose he would have been broken. 20k is quite a lot, especially when you're going to get 200%. That stats with this built up, I think he's probably going to be the unit with one of the most impressive stat numbers going, right? Outside of support. Don't forget he's stacking. Disables enemy guard, so he's not slowed down by int. So that's pretty decent. That helps him out. Let's see. You see, this is a bit wonky because you're not going to get this when you want it because you have to put him in slot 1. You see, he has less defense than Black, and I personally wouldn't put him in slot 1. Now, this is only going to be after you've built up a lot. You've got, you've stacked up quite a bit, right? And then you have type advantage, so you could go into that first slot. You're not going to get this. His key links are pretty good as well, where you're not going to need that 3 key personally. This is nice. I can't see no reason why you couldn't give him just even 50% attack. This is good, so that bumps it up to 200% defense on attack, which he needs. But honestly, if you're going to give him 200% defense, why not just not give him a ridiculous number? Make this originally should have been higher. I mean, I suppose it's too late now, right? You can't exactly modify that, but that's probably what they could do moving on in future, right? In future, have his defense high enough where you have this and there's no need for this then. So what this basically means is that you are guaranteed 2 attacks, right? So each of them has a 30% chance. So compared to like VB, where he was guaranteed 1 additional attack, and then he had a great chance of doing any more. This guy's better as he can actually build up quite a bit faster. Although I must admit, when I use physical VB, despite the fact that it's also only a 30% chance to convert those attacks into super attacks, I find that happens way more often than it would be for this guy. And it's seldom that this guy ever double supers. Theoretically, this guy can quadruple super. Theoretically, you can do your initial 2 of these attacks, each of which can become a super attack. That's 3, plus your hidden potential system. That's 4. You think you're getting 50% defense when attacking, and then every time you do this, it's a 20% raise. It's a permanent 20% raise. So imagine having 20% and then 20% on top of the new number. I mean, theoretically, there'll be someone out there who will think this is the best unit in the game because they just quadruple supered. I feel like this guy needs more. I don't mind units like Black where they're pretty good with like a specific set of allies. Like this guy is a great support and can hold his own, right? So that's not so bad. He's even given support even in his super attack effect. For this guy, okay, great. He disables enemy guard, so you're not going to be slowed down by int, but you generally wouldn't have him targeting int. This is nice. He's going to be, long events. I could see this guy being good. I can't see him in short events. Super Battle Road probably isn't going to work out, right? Because this will only trigger once you've had, probably by the time you've got this, you'll get this. Because that's 10 attacks. That's going to be that's going to be at least 4 turns. 4 turns, possible double super, possible triple super. We'll see. Okay, going back to Black. So how's he going to work out for his team? So he has Super Saiyan, Fear and Faith, Nightmare, Big Bad Bosses, Dismal Future, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle. What's nice about that is he has Big Bad Bosses, 25% attack and defense, right? So that's really good. Is it right? So yeah, and Prepare for Battle gives 5% attack and defense. So you're looking at 30% upon the relevant links. This guy just got a monstrous update because he has no defense in his passive. Imagine giving 50% as well as this guy, and then 3 key 50% defense. Suddenly, this guy can stack quite a bit better. This guy, both of these have Big Bad Bosses. This guy does as well. He has Big Bad Bosses. This guy this is tournament, but he has Big Bad Bosses, and by the way, is also a great support. And of course, Big Bad Bosses. So with this team in mind, this Realm of Gods, with all the relevant links, I will just pick on this. So you can have Super Saiyan. It's basically what's he not getting? So outside of Dismal Future, that's basically it. Outside, he has Dismal Future. There's a link on here that they don't have. Let's see. It's got Nightmare. Yeah. Well, the point is he's going to have 6 links sharing across all the major teams: Future, Power Beyond, Patara, Realm of Gods, Time Travelers, Corroded Body and Mind. Corroded Body and Mind in particular, right? So there are there is a Goku, the GT Goku event where you have to use corroded body and mind. It is now possible with the free to play Metal Cooler Army, right? You might have to have the LR as the guest, but now with this guy boosting defense, right, and helping out with Realm of Gods, perhaps if you wait till these guys have them, then these guys don't have it, no. But perhaps if you waited till some others had the easy A, I mean, it might actually be possible to do Corroded Body and Mind outside of the Metal Cooler Army with this guy now, because if you don't have the lead, he could theoretically help you out. Right, so Vegito Blue ends up with Super Saiyan Warrior Gods, Kamehameha, Over in a Flash, Fuse Fighters, Power Bestowed by God, and Fierce Battle. The Warrior Gods, Power Bestowed by God is the Vegeta links, right? Vegito links, right? So that's on Super Attack. This guy's not going to struggle for attack. He's 15%. It's 10%, well, 15% basically. So you're already up to, 30%? And that's 40%, but on a super. Then you've got 35%, 45%, 65%. So 67% attack and about 5% extra defense. This guy is not going to struggle. 3 key. That's 2 key for Fuse Fighter, which is more common. And I think that's about it. Yeah. So you could get 5 key. Over in the Flash is a bit of a weird one. Can I pick that up real quick? So who could you run alongside? So you'll pick up Fuse Fighter alongside with him. And of course, for Patara and Final Trump, you can also get this guy as well, who's actually pretty decent. So you can run alongside that. Over in the Flash and Fuse Fighter, over in the Flash, Fuse Fighter. So Final Trump is where this guy is going to belong with that link, right? That's not too bad. Who else we have on this page, by the way? The UI Gokus have it. Yeah, but you wouldn't actually link up with this guy. Yeah. So realistically, the bulk of his partners for this is this Candy Vegito. This base Vegito as well would actually work out. And yeah, this guy. Okay, so that's not so bad. You go back, right? So what could he be? So he's on Future Saga, Power Beyond, Patara, Realm of Gods, Kamehameha, Fuse Fighters, Time Limit, Final Jump, Time Travelers, Accelerated Battle, Battle of Fate, and Battle of Wits. Battle of Wits is the new Super Battle Road stage that's just come out, right? Could be quite nice on this. Yeah, so as you can see, he's going to work out really well here. He's going to have Over in the Flash. Over in the Flash will work out really well. These two also being Teq, Super Teq, you could work on here. Monotype, Super Battle Road could work out much better. They're on Final Trump. Them, alongside the Candy Vegito, alongside the 7th anniversary units if you have him. This guy as well, by the way, is a Teq type support. Could actually be monstrous. I reckon Super Teq has just become monstrous now, right? Yeah. And then this guy as well. People will have this guy. He's way older. So monotype Super Battle Road could actually work out quite well in people's favor. Yeah. This guy's got way better links and a way better, more usable leader skill. But this guy's just better built all around. All right, that's going to be it for this video then, all right? So we have a chain battle coming in, and we have a Super Battle Road for Battle of Wit, but then we have these 2 Easy A's. I like him. I do. I really do. I would have to test Vegito a bit more. When my new computer arrives, I might just use him and do a proper demonstration and actually show you guys. And he could probably be my first person then as I test him out in the waters. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, you liked it. And if you didn't, sucks to be you. Thank you very much and goodbye.